Challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 2 has used up all of their drive moves. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Experiencing burnout. Fights up, opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
There's an overdrive argument. This round is sold. Hit them with a stop and block. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. The super doesn't hit. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Open, this is gonna hurt. The last experiencing burnout. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 needs to fix that empty gauge management to stay in there. Betting in all on the drive rush. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some quad-worthy thinking. Only the best of this can lead to some big damage. What now? Just what they were after. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that burnout. That's the count. Burnout activated. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Damage? A reset? They really need to think about their next move. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. This is a huge chance to make a field. Knockdown capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Experiencing burnout. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner unit. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2, this is gonna be bad news. Their life is hanging by a thread. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown and connects with the throw. There's a burnout. Both sides getting ready. Burns out. How's this? Oh boy. Both running empty on drive. The next touch may decide this round. Doesn't check the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Using their drive game. This is it. Turning it right up with the super. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu rip-off. And were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Turns out. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they? There's a burnout. All the throw connects. And they burn out in safe. Takes them up. Maze throws them. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Doesn't check the throw. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Difficult situation for a throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Drive gauge finally recovers. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Throws them to negate the block. Flashes them. This fight is just underway. Burnout activates. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Pops them with a shoryu. Risky up-close scrap still going. There's a change of side. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. They were right to be on guard there. Roses with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses their drive gauge. The last round. It's now or never. Flashes them. The throw whip denied. He's cool and locks them out. Going in, experiencing burnout. The throw is denied. Player one, that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Hits them with the counter throw. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Any throw will whiff at that range. Oh, the throw connects. Amazing. Player one forward throw. Laying the pressure on the thing. What a finish. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Come on.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? No go for the throw. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Try some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. I can't keep track. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Drive time! The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Burnout activates! Player two chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of range. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Brushes that off and keeps going. Side switch in the corner. Going in. Throw is denied. What a read! Here comes connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Crashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up. What a finish. Yeah.
Fight.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts Experiencing burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 has the super gauge and connects with the throw. Player 1 is in burnout. Perfect execution with the anti-air. What now? Medium kick into the drive impact doesn't work. Escapes the corner. There's the burnout. Takes them up. Both sides getting ready. Noticeable life lead is a comfortable bench on the fireball. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw connects for counter hit damage, checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs, denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Player 2 has the life advantage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Goes in on the impact for nothing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Experiencing burnout. Where's their opening? You've got it. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Clean parry. Who's going to start things off? Breaks the block with a throw. Earlier we saw a nice comeback with some very tough mental fortitude on display. You know the opponent isn't going to forget that. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Both fighters planning something? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Looking for a chance. Aerial Tatsu. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through the experiencing burnout. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Ooh, you never corrects them. Finds the target. They decide to take a breather to regroup. What now? Player 1, forward rush. Closing moments of the match. Absolutely relentless. Nothing. Only turns out. Amazing. Denies the jump-in attempt. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Good decision with that throw. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Throws them. Uses their drive gauge. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? Gets the corner switch and whips. They're wide open. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major
Picture perfect.
carries them all the way to drive rush. All the throw connects. Whirlwind shot. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. A real test. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? There's a burnout. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's Yayin game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Ooh, what a smart throw. Fires off a whirlwind. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes to the overdrive. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover? Burnout activates. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Finn. Sure you can? A quick breather. Ooh, what a smart throw! No! Critical art now?
Here comes
A clean KO! Nice meter away. What a finish!
How'd I lose?
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Definitely saw that counter coming. Well-timed command right there. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? The throw misses. Knockdown. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. A quick breather. Player 1 needs to KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Bending that drive gauge. Target locked and scoop. Player 2, burnout activates. Big throws. That throw will do some good damage. Player looking to plant him with a pile drive. Player 1 doesn't have a... just goes for it at this range. Looking for a chance. Throws a fireball. What'll happen here? KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Hadouken!
They were right to be on guard there. Target locked and scoop. Player 2 has a burnout activates. Sets up with the jump in. Player 1, it's big time whip. Screw power driver. There's no escape. Oh, here we draw super art incoming. Pack your bags. Oh, they got him. Player 2
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Throws him to negate the block. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets backed into the corner with KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Fires off in overdrive. Throws him. What's next?
Hadouken!
Closes the gap for the grab. They were right to be on guard there. Both experiencing burnout. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Knockdown and... Player 2 is barely clutch anti-air. Flashes. Yo, put that away in there. Here's the final round.
That's right.
The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Uses their drive gauge. Connects with the throw. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't let the Twitter super art do anything. Player 1 is frozen. What now? Genius reads with that throw escape. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Wow, reads the counterattack. Meriator! Turns out.
Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter.
Jump! Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Not close enough for the throw. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is just about out of drive out here. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Shoots off a fireball up close. Not shy with the grab. The big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Hadouken!
With the throw. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Easily escapes that throw attack. Gotta be careful. Burnout activates. Knockdown and throws them. Not much life. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Uses their drive gauge. The last round. It's now or never. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. This is gonna hurt. Raw super art incoming. Show you. Both sides getting ready. Both. That's gonna leave them rattled. Oh, they
a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Gotta do
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Neither of them is willing to back off here. All right, what's coming up next? Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Flashes him. Grabs him. Player two chases him.
Bad mistake.
There's a change of side. Experiencing burnout. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Burnout activates.
Extra spicy, sure you connect.
Smart play with the throw. Can they create enough? Throws them. What'll happen here? Shoryu!
No! Critical art now? Oh, yo!
Raw super hit!
How's this?
Connects with the throw.
Both sides getting ready.
Player two
Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter.
doesn't take the throw. Player two survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Let's get
Jump. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Takes a trip. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning step. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. No, put that up, KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Flashes him. Who's going to start things off? Goes for a projectile to try and chase experiencing burnout. Player one had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. Tatsu's out of the quick dash. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player two will look to apply pressure.
Just goes for it at this range.
Player two will need to play it conservative until their uses their drive gauge. There's a burnout. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Both experiencing burnout. Jumps! Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
What a finish! Player two comes away with the win.
is a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the command grab.
How's this?
The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Gets through the opening. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the output. Gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Flashes them. The grab misses. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 has an empty drive through. This is a very precarious situation. Super clutch corners. Good old slaps. A quick breather. Still slugging it out at this range. KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Oicho! Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Throw whip. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for nice counter. All right. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Burnout activates. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. There's a chance of experiencing burnout. Knockdown and connects with the throw. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Ripper. Shut up! Player 1 adds a bit of OD spice. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it that can find out the win? There's a drive impact. Jumps. Pops him with a shoulder. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of no way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Taps him on the toe. Underhand. What's next? Turns out. Anti-air in the clutch. Made good decision with that throw. Player 2 can't use any. They were sitting on their feet for this super arm. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. The throw. 100-hand slap. Had the radar up and running. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Scrapping it out up close. Nice counter. Both fighters of super art show up force. Player 1 might have just KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
They were right to be on guard there. Throw connects and does big damage. Experiencing burnout. Shoryuken? Whiffs the throw. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 has an F show up force. A quick breather. Anything off the smash? In there! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Great match. Comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. No go for the throw. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. All right, what's coming up next? Drive gauge finally recovers. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Yo, put that away, KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jinrai kick for a nice counter. Experiencing burnout. Goes low. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. A quick breather. Smart play with the throw.
Let's get.
Shoryuken? Going in? Yo, put that away. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What now? There's a burnout. Player 2, whoa! Critical art now? Flatline zone. Player 2 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what smart play to stop the opponent there. With the throw. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. Aerial Tatsu. Neither of them willing to back, experiencing burnout. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge is in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Throws a fireball. Parries the projectile. Burnout is triggered. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Uses the target combo as a filler. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shippo Jinrai doing the business. Both uses their drive gauge. They decided to experiencing burnout. That's not gonna hit. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round.
How's this?
What are you? What's next? Ooh, what a smart blow. Player 1, what a finish! Player 1 survived that 10th mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That drive impact is blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Decides to go in with the target combo. All right. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gear. Can they outlast it? The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Oh, burnout on both sides? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Still in there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Fight!
Experiencing burnout. Flashes them. Brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. And a snap kick sends him spinning. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Player 1 super art. It burns out. Going in? We're some, oh my, the throw tag. A lot of pressure building up here. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Will this super art do anything? Oh my god, a fireball at that range? Player 2 survived that 10th mirror match.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Beginning.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Definitely saw that counter coming. Goes for the surprise rush in. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws them to negate the block. Burnout activates. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. 1 KO! 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Experiencing burnout. Quick spin knuckle. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Takes a trip. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. What'll happen here? Scrapping it out up close. Sneaks in above. Both fighters burnout activated. That's not gonna hit. Here comes the corner pressure. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Hits the drive. Player 1 can't. There's a burnout. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Will they go all in without drive? No super art on deck. No life left. How will they close it out? Doesn't touch the blow. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Spiral arrow!
Who will come out on top adds a bit of OG spice there. Rushes that off and keeps going.
There.
Gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. Player 2 is in burnout anti-air in this one. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. They're in range. Chases them down. Drops them hard. Throws them. Player 2 cannon spike. Nothing stops this train. Who's going to take the initiative here? There's a burnout.
How's this?
Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They think this time to bust this out?
Too bad.
They didn't take the throw? Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Cross that off. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Player 1 is experiencing burnout. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Oh, burnout on both sides? Are they both going to dial it back for a bit? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip. Player, yo, put that away. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight!
Drive time! Are we going to see some fireworks here? Flashes experiencing burnout. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. Hits them with the counter throw.
Too bad.
Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous. Just goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that.
Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. All the throw connects. What'll happen? Turns out. Looking for a hole. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the... There's a burnout. Who's gonna take it? Doesn't touch the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
It's the drive. Wow, reads the counterattack. Ooh, what a smart throw. Show you. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 has an empty drive. Hits him with a stop and drop. Amaze connects with the throw. Nice fireball. Nice. Keeps cool and locks them out. Both sides getting ready. Oh, turns out. How's this? Dragon Lash. A wheel, the shot pays off. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that one. Experiencing burnout. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Burns the drive gauge. Squeezes the gauge. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. Player 2 going on the offensive? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Going in? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Full SA meters on deck for both. Nice read with a cannon spike. Grounds them from above. Target combo into. Will they gamble something here on a drive loop? They back down to prepare the burnout. Oh, yo, Rock super hit. What a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Uses their drive gauge. Who will come out on top? Hard. Burnout activates. Nothing stops this train. Player 2 is looking at it all the throws connect. Taking chunks out of each other here. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Oh my god, they just choked it up. They're hurt. Sicak, a fireball at that range? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it.